Welcome to Crawl or No Crawl. This is Carolyn Holzman. Today is October 19th. You may want to go back and listen to last Sunday's report if this is the first time you've ever heard one of these reports, because there's a lot of interesting things happening and you need to have a little bit of background to understand, I think, to understand the differences I'm making between indexing and serving. All right. So remember, the primary question of this research project is to determine if Google is taking in new content and how long that process is. That is it. However, while that is true, this is the first time since I've started this research where I've had a body of content that has been findable by its keywords for a long time. And it's really interesting to see what's happening, and it is shifting. And I believe that a lot of what I'm reporting on now is not so much the state of indexing, but the state of serving. And the serving is what we see when we search in Google. What do we see? That's the primary index, and then Google has everything else, on its side, and it chooses to show us certain amounts of it. So what I'm about to describe, it started over the weekend, and I'm beginning to suspect that this portion of the research is going to be revealing changes that are occurring in the serving system, not the index system. Now, there are other SEOs who've decided that as long as content is findable by a site, search, or by searching for a bit of the paragraph in there and finding it, that is indexed. And I believe they're correct. But I think when they're explaining it, they're saying that findable, but not necessarily by the keywords. And that content may not be findable by any keywords. So it begs the question, where in this, I'm going to say it this way, I suspect that the serving system may be where the threshold for assigning a keyword resides. So why do I say that? And bear in mind, you have to understand, I think that this is a discovery phase. So hang in there. Okay, so the reassignment of the keyword that I've been witnessing from the particular page to the category page, which is a topic, a much larger umbrella related to the topic on the page. For example, a business category. All the content that has been previously published, indexed, and findable, served by one or both of its keywords has been reassigned to the business category page. And now those same keywords that previously would bring up a page are only bringing up the category page. Okay? Not both, not the category page and the page where that keyword was assigned, but only the category page. Now, I believe this test provides us with a micro window into a particular test site, and we're able to see these shifts based on how this site is set up. Now, it doesn't mean that these shifts will impact your site or do impact your site, but if it does, my hope is by creating this particular type of test site, we can easily identify which system is in charge, indexing system is in charge, of what we're seeing in the primary index. Primary being the one that we have access to, and specifically hoping to see the process that whatever they're doing in Q4 that filters the results to favor authority over reference, relevance. It's early for me. Okay. So we know the crawl system works, but it takes forever. We know the indexing system using the Google Indexing API will get our content into the supplemental index. And now we may be seeing what the serving system does, that the criteria or the filter to win a keyword, based on what I'm seeing, may be set at a much higher threshold currently. So our pages can be published They can say that they're indexed in the Search Console. However, they are just no longer findable by their keywords. Now you're looking at the data log of all the indexation research, where the dates and times and updates are all laid out to confirm, is Google taking in new content or not? And we're also going to look at the bots. So far for the past week, the simple and the complex, which is the JavaScript rendering, has been testing off for new content. Now, I thought I was gonna switch it, but I'm not. Okay, so everything happened normal today. Everything was published, bot came, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so here are the bots. Now, one thing I will tell you, we had a coverage update overnight, and that is now called the page report. So now we're looking at the bots. What happened? So this one here is the one that always comes and generally pulls the directive files. It now is pulling HTML and directive files. This one, now these two have no Chrome build. The latest desktop bot decided to show up, and guess what? We have a new one. This is a new mobile bot. 17, and these are distinguished by their Chrome builds. I'm going to have some time over the next couple of days where I'm going to be working on updating the graph, where you can visually see, based on the Chrome build, how they come in over time. This one kind of like shows a top to bottom cascade. The graph will show left to right. So anyway, so we've got a new bot. We have low volatility. We also, based on this test, can see that the criteria has currently shifted. And the nice thing is, we'll know when it shifts back. That's the positive sign. So if you're experiencing any issues or frustration when you search for your content and you don't find it by the keywords, or you're looking in Search Console and it says it's indexed, they're not mutually exclusive. I believe everything that you're saying. All right, that's it. Thanks so much for your time. If you want to get a little more SEO content, please feel free to check out Confessions of an SEO. The topics lately have kind of been a break from all the indexation, so kind of expect a little different approach on that one. All right, thanks so much. See you tomorrow.